Got our second horror movie of the month.
Kind of horror. Is it listed as horror?
I think it's supposed to be horror, yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
It's like a psychological thriller or something like that.
I'll say it ain't scary.
No, not at all. It was really weird.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I don't know. It felt like they just had the concept because basically they're all stuck on a beach that ages them rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have a disease that obviously rapidly deteriorates them. So that's kind of like what you're given, and you're waiting. Cause have we seen an M Night Shyamalan movie before? I don't think I have.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Um, I think I've seen more.
I know like what movies he's done. I definitely haven't seen any. But he's okay. Basically, he's known for his big twist, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I always heard. Like he has like the coolest twists at the end of his movies.
I've seen Stuart Little.
What was that directed by him?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
it says it is. It says it's right. No, he didn't direct it. I think he's in it.
Oh, I was like, did that have a really weird twist?
No.
It feels like he had the idea of this beach that like ages you, and then like, what possible things can you do with that? How can you die from that? And then he just like added those all in.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he had the concept of being stuck in an area that ages you fast, and then you kind of just had to build around that.
Yeah, it didn't connect very well. Like each scene felt kind of random or just like strung together.
Yeah, each scene was pretty much just like them showing how another person is dealing with aging or how they're pretty much dying.
It's just leading up to their death. And like and the pregnancy thing, which we saw in the trailer. The little girl grows up and gets pregnant.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, I thought they just made it like she aged and she got pregnant from it, which like I was like that's not how birth works.
Well, I knew someone had to impregnate. I just didn't know how fucked up it was gonna get. Like I didn't know if like she was already pregnant.
They were trying to like make it like they were getting intimate with each other. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, there is 3 kids, and they're all like adults now. And they're like, oh, what wacky scenarios would they get into? All they basically do, they all have sex with each other.
Okay, two of them had sex. Well, I guess that's 2/3 of them.
The big sister's just kind of like there. Did she do anything the whole movie?
No, she kind of just freaked out a little bit, and she kind of just paced with everyone. She and her parents just watch everyone like just get old and suffer from their symptoms and die.
Yeah, she just was kind of there. The brother, okay, because basically they're kids. They're still in the minds of 6-year-olds, 6 to like 11,
Yeah,
in adult actor bodies, and
yeah,
that is so cringy when they try to acting like kids. I don't know. They're supposed like at some parts they just want to like build a sandcastle or something, and then in other parts they're like talking about getting married and
sex.
all these things that kids shouldn't know about. Yeah, having sex. I don't want to rip this movie apart for its logic because I get that.
They kind of just wanted to show someone get pregnant, have a child, and show the child die because it progresses so fast that it doesn't get nurtured.
It's just shock. Like it's all shock value stuff, and it's just supposed to be like a fun ride kind of. It's like a roller coaster almost.
Yeah,
So I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna pick apart the logic because they like explain all the science behind it and stuff, and how their hair doesn't grow because the cells are dead.
they said that.
Yeah, they did.
I was wondering why no one's growing facial hair.
Yeah, they're explaining like that kind of stuff. So they kind of try to like make it work, but if you just think a little bit harder, it really makes no fucking sense. Like,
You don't focus on the science.
yeah. So
It's
ignoring
bullshit.
that, was it a fun movie for you or scary?
No, it wasn't scary.
Okay, I don't think it was supposed to be, but
It wasn't even really shocking. It was kind of just goofy. More, I'd say more goofy than shocking.
was that what they went for? Shock value? Is that their main goal?
Yeah. The only part that was shocking is when that old lady, her back was fucked, and then she like kept like, you know what I'm talking about. She was calling through the cave, and she was like bending her arms all around and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
She had like a calcium deficiency, so her bones were just breaking as she's crawling, and then they're like immediately healing back.
Yeah.
So she's just becoming a ball of bone. Yeah, that was definitely like the most shocking scene, I guess.
It was gross too. I didn't like that.
Well, then it did its job.
Like you ask me, I found it kind of interesting. I was interested in seeing where it was going and like what was gonna happen to the next person.
That's the thing, though. That's like what the whole movie's based on, is just who's gonna die next and how.
Yeah, just seeing how like they progress as they get old and what's gonna happen to them. I was like, that pulled me in. I don't know if I'd say it was very well executed.
I think each scene on its own was entertaining. Like when the dementia doctor guy gets cut with a rusty knife, and then he just rapidly gets poisoned. That was cool. I think that's a cool idea. And again, the lady like breaking all her bones. That's cool. But in between all that, it was so fucking boring.
The movie did feel long. It did.
For a movie about time rapidly progressing, it felt like fucking 3 hours.
I would say it made some Godzilla movies feel like really short.
Oh, those Godzilla movies went by in a flash compared to this.
I was just saying that says a lot because some of those movies are long. They felt like it.
I think it was, I don't know, because what did they do in between each of those like shocking scenes? They just talked, right?
Yeah, they kind of just discussed how they're gonna get out of here and kind of just like breaking down like what is happening, just having a little powwow and freaking out together.
But they could only talk about so much because they try every method of escape. They try swimming off the beach, climbing off it.
They're pretty much just trying to escape. Like they were showing every way they try to escape and how it was like impossible.
Yeah. And so the movie, you're like, okay, how are they going to get off this beach? It has to happen eventually. Eventually it's just the brother and the sister that are left alive. Their parents died peacefully. And then they find like a journal from some other survivor wait, what did the journal even say?
I think it had the names of everyone who like went missing.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. So the boy had a note from this little friend that he made back at the hotel before they were like kidnapped to this beach. And that note had the hidden decoded message that said, go to like the coral. And then seemingly out of nowhere, just a giant bed of coral is sitting out in the water.
Yeah, they mentioned the coral. They're like, go play with the coral or what? Go look at the coral or some shit. Like when they got to the beach.
It was a throwaway line.
Yeah, it didn't seem important. And then there's just this giant body of coral just hanging out in the ocean. You find out apparently. I don't even know why you would tell your kid to go play with it if it's so deep in the waves.
Well, it was so weird how they never drew attention to it. Like, they never zoom in on it. They never show it. It just, only when the kid reads that message, they see this giant bed of coral.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird. So that's their escape. Then they basically rat out the hotel because the hotel is actually like a pharmaceutical company testing cures for diseases.
Yeah, they would take people coming into the resort, see if they have any kind of like physical illness or even mental illness, and they would end up persuading them to go to the beach, and they would kind of use them as a test subject.
Yeah, you can test someone's whole fucking life and see if the cure worked or not. So
yeah, like they brought up the girl with the woman with the seizures. Well,
yeah, she had epilepsy.
Yeah, and they brought her up and they said how they gave her their medicine or whatever, and like she lasted what, like 8 hours or something, which was like 16 years, I said.
Yeah, because she mentions, I guess if you were paying really close attention, you would have figured that out maybe, because the girl with the epilepsy says like, it's so weird, I haven't had a seizure in like whatever 8 hours.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're super observant, you'd been like, huh, maybe it's cured. I don't know.
Maybe that's why they said like when she had her seizure in the start, and then like the lady helped her up and was like, let's get you a drink. Maybe they were giving her the medicine.
You're right. You're right.
Big brain.
There was a lot of foreshadowing in the start. I don't want to get sidetracked, but like they foreshadowed hard because we obviously, after seeing the trailer and pretty much all the promotional shit, you know what it's about. You know it's about an aging beach. And they just keep saying stuff like, when you're older, or we don't have time. So, anyways, I guess that was the twist ending. It's a pharmaceutical company behind it. It's like a government experiment. And it felt kind of lame to me. I wish it was something more.
Felt predictable.
Yeah, it kind of did.
I was like, that would probably be the easiest route they could go, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, because they showed like cameras up on the hills watching them the whole time. So it's like this has to be an experiment.
They gave them all that food when they went off, when they dropped them off at the beach, because the kids were just munching down on that shit and getting older.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what gave them. I don't know, or maybe to support them because they were growing so fast.
Probably. I don't know. You just, like you said, they were forcing on so much to start. It just felt like the people on the resort were like trying to.
It was really suspicious.
It was really obvious. Yeah, they were suspicious. It was clear they were trying to get them to go to that beach. It was just like kind of obvious that the resort was behind it and it was going to be some kind of like corporation type shit, test subject type shit. So like I was like, that would be the most like obvious ending. So then when I saw it, it was kind of, yeah, like disappointing.
Exactly, because you're like, this is M. Night Shyamalan. He's the twist guy. He always has the unique twist at the end.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. That's why, because that little boy who wrote them the message, I thought there would be some twist with him. Like maybe he's being kept young by these experiments or something. His uncle is the one in charge.
And it just turns out he just knows his uncle hates Coral.
Yeah, he just wanted a friend. He was just lonely. So I was like really tense at the end because like, oh, this is it, the big reveal, and then it ended, and I was like, what the fuck? What was that?
Yeah, I know. Like when they were going off, I just wanted to see like more. I wanted them to show more, and
Because they got a cop involved, and I thought shit was about to get like.
I thought the fucking SWAT team was about to bust in there.
Start killing everyone.
I don't know about that, but it just wasn't a unique ending. It was just kind of like I said, predictable.
Other things, specifically the dialogue.
It was pretty bad.
He directed The Visit. It's about like these kids visit their grandparents and they turn out to like they want to kill them. But that also the kid actors, that's like the same fucking dynamic. It's like the brother and sister that are young and they like sing cringy songs and they just say things that kids wouldn't say.
Yeah, like just know a ton of stuff that kids wouldn't. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because the kids are talking about like what, mortgages and
mortgages, shit? Yeah, college, and it was just like, you're 6. Talk about trains and planes and dinosaurs.
Or just, it wasn't even that, like just the way they talk to each other is just weird and unrealistic. The adults didn't fare much better, especially in the start. I just want to call out that fucking the brother because he was such a bad actor. Like the teen version.
Yeah, it was bad. It was just some kind of like bitching and yelling. Like, what the hell?
Well, because then that was really where it came through, like adult trying to act like a kid, and it just came off really
cringy and cheesy and stupid.
Yeah, it didn't work. It was funny though.
We gotta mention there's a character who's a rapper.
Yeah.
What was he? Mid-sized Sedan was his rap name.
His rapper name is Mid-Sized Sedan.
It's fucking terrible.
It's the funniest fucking rapper name I've ever heard.
He definitely put that in like a fucking rap name generator.
No way that would spit that out. Even a rap name generator. Come on,
how do you come up with that? He just saw a commercial when he was like there on a drawing board trying to think of a name. They had TV on the background.
Dude.
For a mid-sized sedan. Like,
with how cringy the dialogue was, you don't think he was sitting at his fucking conference table. He's like, what's a good rapper name? What are the kids like?
It's like, we like mid-sized sedans.
Mid-sized sedan. Oh, that's a good one. Let's use that.
It's fucking terrible.
If his name was like Lil Sedan, I could buy that. Come on. No, it's Lil Sedan.
It's a little better.
How about Lil Rari?
That probably is a rapper.
Also, why the fuck was he so suspicious the whole time? They really like did him dirty. They literally, there was like racial tension between this older,
that dude
richer
was
doctor. Well, because as the doctor like loses his mind because he has dementia and he just kind of becomes psychotic.
Yeah.
He just does not trust him for his skin color and he kills him, just murders him.
I mean, at the end, he didn't trust the other family either, but.
So I feel like there's a small message in there, but otherwise he just felt kind of pointless. Like, why Why was he sitting there in the start? Just really suspiciously. His nose was bleeding.
Him and that girl were just trying to get away. I guess they had he had some condition or something with his blood or whatever. That's why he kept getting a bloody nose. I don't know why the girl was there. I guess she was just there to die, to show that the water is bad.
I think they said they both have the same condition. That's why they were there together.
Oh, that's adorable.
But it was just funny how they portrayed him, like he was just sitting on the rocks in the corner, like kind of staring, and he would like grab people on the shoulder creepily. It's like, why are you making him look like a fucking creep? A lot of the camera shots were really nauseating.
Oh, they're just some terrible camera shots. Just really awkward zooms and pans and all that.
Yeah, there was like out of focus pans. Like a lot of times there wasn't a subject it was focusing on. It was just like kind of zooming along.
It would just be like zooming on it looked like it was like off center. Like I think they're missing what they're trying to focus on.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. And obviously it's artistic but it just made me nauseous.
That's just stupid.
Yeah, there was a cool shot like towards the start where like it's like zooming through the house and it's just like all windows and like actors keep moving in and out of the it was like a Quentin Tarantino shot pretty much.
But then there was like the one where what was it? Was it the old lady that like died? And it was like zooming up and like there were like 3 people looking at her and it was just like awkwardly zooming like slightly above all of them.
Yeah,
I
remember.
What are they aiming for here?
I don't know.
Is this a message? The sky is blue? Like I don't
That's
know.
what it felt like. Sometimes there was things it would focus on. It's like, oh, it's drawing attention to this, but there's nothing really there. So maybe that was his goal.
Just awkward, I guess.
Artsy bullshit. So yeah, it didn't really fit. I thought it would be more of a horror movie. I guess I should have figured. I don't think he's known for like horror.
I didn't expect it to be scary. I guess I was just kind of more hopeful that it would somehow incorporate the idea and make it maybe a more fleshed out plot rather than just the typical like evil corporation test subject.
Yeah, I kind of went in negatively. That's why I tried to give it like a fair chance. Like I know the stigma behind like his movies. They're kind of shit nowadays.
Oh yeah, people trash on him now.
Yeah, especially like with the trailer. Like it was kind of like, oh my god, he can fuck this up so bad. And I don't know if he did that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it was shit.
Nah, I don't think I'd ever watch this again. That was like a one and done experience. I guess for me that means it's a 7 out of 10. It was good.
I was feeling probably more of like a below average movie. I'd give it like a C-.
Wow. Straight down the middle, 50% for both.
Yeah, it's about accurate.
Did I give it too high of a rating?
You gave it a 7 out of 10. You said it was a pretty good movie.
I feel like because it looked good. Like I feel like some of those scenes will stick with me. But yeah, like I'll never watch it again.
I found it interesting. If I didn't find the idea interesting, this movie would have sucked.
That's what I mean. Like I know those 2 scenes in particular will stick with me. Like the bone lady and the blood poisoned guy.
Yeah. Even though it was like an interesting idea, the movie as a whole, I didn't think was that great.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Honestly, just watch the trailer. I think the trailer was more interesting than the movie.
Yeah. Felt more intense.
It passed the time for sure. Movie felt unfulfilling. Boring twist. Go next.
You gave it 4 stars? 3.5 stars?
3.5, yeah. These got
I think you liked it.
I don't know. I agree with them. It was unfulfilling and it certainly felt long.
And it was a boring twist.
I actually thought this movie was not all that terrible. Especially compared to Last Airbender, yeah, 100%. But his biggest issue is that he's stunningly predictable. We got into his movies already knowing there will be a huge twist, and at this point we know the twist will be within the first 5 minutes. It's a salvageable movie compared to the previous disasters, but he needs a new script. His movies are all the same. 100%, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much of his other movies, so...
I can only compare it to The Visit, because that's the only other one I've heard about, and it's literally the same fucking thing as this.
I don't really remember the plot of Airbender, but I remember it being bad.
It's badly executed, unnecessarily long scenes, predictable, can't surprise you, you already know what's going to happen. I think a lot of these are the same points that we brought up. I think everyone agrees.
Yeah, it's predictable.
I want to find one good one. Because I think everyone who doesn't like it kind of agrees. It looks like the people that liked it, This guy says there's lots of themes to consider. Wait, what? Good family movie isn't just for the kids.
It isn't just for the kids. I don't think it is for the kids.
Yeah, I would not take your kids to see this. That would scare the fuck out of me. I would be like, I don't want to get pregnant and die of old age. Wait, what? No. It's not PG-13.
I don't think kids would be interested in this.
Well, not even that. Isn't that kind of graphic in some parts for PG-13?
I think they censored most of it.
That's kind of true. I feel like there's a lot of parts where if it was rated R, it would have been better. Like when she fell off the cliff and they don't show her body. And the dog. There was a dog there that just dies and they never fucking show it or mention it ever again.
Must have been an old dog.
I get. That's like, why was that even there?
When people die, they kind of just like moved on. They're like, oh, all right. They didn't even like seem traumatized really. They're just kind of like, oh.
They put a towel over the first one. And then ever since then, they're just like, oh, fuck it.
It was like, yeah, they just threw her back in the sand.
I think mid-sized sedan literally just fucking rotted on the side of the beach. I don't even think they touched him.
They probably just rolled them in the water.
They're just like, it's fine.